Let's count it. This is 4, and this is 1. So what is 4 plus 1? That's right, it equals 5. So I'm going to have 5 goes into, what is my dividend? There you go. It's the total amount. That's the one that we're going to be dividing it up, taking it apart into smaller groups. So it's 1,200. Okay, so now 5 goes into 1. I'm going to do my 5. One group of 5 equals 5. Can one group of 5 go into 1? Nope. And you know what? I'm going to move this where I have more paper because I'm going to run out of paper. Couldn't find my book, so I just grabbed my pad. And then I have one group of 5 equals 5. All right. So one group of 5 cannot go into 1, so I'm going to put a 0. My multiplication, it's 0. Bring down my 1, bring down my 2. How many groups of 5 can go into 12? All right, I heard somebody say 2. Absolutely. 5 times 2 equals 10. 3 will be too big, so this is 2. That makes it 10. I subtract out. This is 2. I'm going to bring down my 0. Some of you on the quiz yesterday, you didn't know what to do after this when there are zeros. Well, how many groups of 5 can go into 20? I just told you. 4. So you have 4 groups of 5 equals 20. And that's 0. Now I'm going to bring down the other 0. Can 5 go into 0? Nope. So we are done. 0 times 5 equals 0. Subtract out, and I have a remainder of 0. There is no remainder. It is divided into equal groups. So I'm coming over here. How many laps did he run on the first week? I got my sweater. He ran 240 laps. Is that what we were looking for? How many did he run on the first month? Yep. So it's 240 because it's 240 times 1. That's all he ran. So the answer equals 240 laps. Again, if you're not going to get any practice, you will not be familiar with it. So please practice it. Once you get it, you don't have to do all the problems as long as you're at mastery level and you can confirm that you understand what's going on. Here it says the diagram below compares the weights of a boy and a fish. Tell what the diagram means. Okay, so how many do I have? So I'm going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so the boy weighs 11 times as much as the fish. Because he has 11 times as much as this one little fish. Okay? All right, let's flip it over. You were doing 7, 9, and 11. Yanni drew this diagram to solve a word problem. Which statement matches what she drew? All right? So what is it saying about the hamster? Okay, so it's 7. What is it saying about the duck? So let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the duck weighs 7 times as much as what? The hamster. So do you see one that says that? Yep, it'll be B. The duck weighs 7 times as much as the hamster. All right. Let's look at number 9. Lori's book has 6 times as more pages than Sal's book. The combined number of pages for the 2 books is 532. So we're already knowing it's combined. So this is going to be my dividend. How many pages does Lori have? So let's do. My first one, I'm going to draw my strip diagram. Okay, so I have to represent Sal, and I'm going to do 1. And Lori, I'm going to do 6 times as many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is going to be my divisor? That's right. 6 plus 1 equals 7. So 7 is my divisor. Let's go ahead and divide. So I said that it was going to be, let's see if I can do this. 7 goes into 532. I really like it on regular paper, so let me see if this even works. 7 times 1 equals 7, so one group of 7 cannot go into 5. Oops, it's not going to work. I can even already feel that I'm going to have to go to a separate sheet of paper. So I'm going to do it up here. 7 goes into 532. 7 times 1, equals 7. 7 goes into 5, none, because I need to have at least 7, so it's 0. 0 times 7 equals 0, and then I have a 5. Bring down my 3. How many groups of 7 can go into 53? I know it's going to be at least one group, so let's check it out. I know that 7 times 6 equals 42. 7 times 7 equals 49. 7 times 8, too big, that's 56. So it's going to be 7 groups. 7 times 7 equals 49. Subtract that out. This becomes a 4. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 4. And then I bring down my 2. Well, I already figured that one out, and I said that 7 times 6 equals 42. So my 6 goes up here. 6 times 7 equals 42, and it's 0. So how many pages does Lori have in her book? Well, how many pages does Sal have? That's right, he has 76. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times as much. So we know that each box represents 76. So what would be my equation to find out how many more Lori has than Sal? That's right, I'm going to multiply it out. So I'm going to put it right here. 76 times 6, that's 36, 42, 43, 44, 45. So Lori has 456 pages. Way to go, Lori. We don't have any Loris. Just realized that. All right, and our last problem for tonight. The total number of books in the community's mobile library is 1,155 books. There are 20 times more nonfiction books than fiction. So how many fiction books and how many nonfiction books are in the mobile library? So we need to do both. All right, I'm going to get a sheet of paper. So if you want to, pause this video, start working on it, and see if what I do matches with what you do. Remember you're going to write down what I need to solve. What I know, or what is given. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at this one here. So make sure that you pause it and you go through and start writing it. So the total number of books, I have to look at how many fiction books and how many nonfiction books are in the mobile library. So I need to know how many fiction, in mobile library. And a mobile library is like those buses that travel in the neighborhoods so that students can check out books. They do that during the summertime. And the next one I need to know is how many nonfiction books. I should have put books. I thought I put books. Forgive me. In mobile library. Okay. What do we know? We know there's a total, combined total, of 1,155 books. We also know there are 20 times more nonfiction than fiction. So 20 times more nonfiction than fiction. Alright? Now I need to... Did you draw your strip diagram? Remember, so far your equation will be my dividend is 1,155 divided by... I need to find my divisor so that I can find my quotient. Okay? So, because I know there's 20 times more nonfiction books, I need to write the word fiction and represent that by 1 square. My nonfiction, I need to represent that by how many squares? 20 squares. So I'm going to draw a long strip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so that should be 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, see, I should write it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I had to write my numbers. My eyes are a little cross-eyed tonight. Okay. Now, if this is 20 and I have 1, what is 20 plus 1? How many total squares do I have? I've got 21, so that's going to be my divisor. So now I'm going to divide. Now, I don't have any room on my page. If you're using regular notebook paper, you'll have room. Hopefully, if not, get a new sheet of paper. So, again, I'm doing 21, and then I have 1,155. I'm going to do 21 times one group of 21 equals 21. So one group of 21 equals 21. So this has to be at least 21 to have one group going into it, and it's not. So it's 0. 0 times 21 equals 0. And that's 1. Bring down my 1. Oh, I can't do it. It's only 11, and I need to have at least one group. So that's 0. And that makes it 11, and bring down my 5. Well, I have at least one group, right? Because I need to get to 115. So now I'm down here. So I'm going to 21. Let's do times 5. That's 5. 5 times 2 equals 10. All right, well, let's do 6. 6. Oops, that's too big, so I'm going to do 5. 5 groups. 5 groups of 21 equals 105. And remember, division is repeated subtraction. So 5 minus 5 equals 0. 1 minus 0 equals 1. And 1 minus 1 equals 0. Bringing down my last 5. Oops, look at that. 5 groups of 21 equals 105. And I have a remainder of 0. So there is no remainder. So my quotient equals 55. So now I'm going to flip back over to my diagram. How many fiction books do I have? That's right, I have 55. And remember, for each square, it's going to represent 55. So all of these will be 55. So I'm going to have 55 times, because I have 20 squares here. 20, and I'm going to multiply that out. 55 times 20. That is 10, 11. What did I do wrong? It's 0. Did I do it backwards? What did I do? Did I read it wrong? I'm not feeling well. 20 times more nonfiction books than fiction books. So how many fiction books and how many nonfiction books are in the mobile? Okay, so let's take a look at what we have. My fiction, I have 55. Here's 55.